All right, so today's Friday, and we just paid our last full month's rent in this apartment. And that really got me thinking, kind of got me freaked out, the fact that we have uh, less than a month to go for August. And then we have to be down in Jacksonville just about after the first week of September because we have some things going on down there. So we have just over a month left to get all this packed up and get all this moved. So I'm really kind of starting to feel the pressure. And so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my visa first. I'm going to get my visa applied for, get that knocked out. And that way I can kind of get that off my mind. I find it's easier to concentrate on other things when the thing that's been bugging me and I feel the pressure, I kind of relieve the pressure a little bit. I'm able to study and read a little bit better. So I'm going to get that knocked out first thing. Then I'll probably knock out my Bible reading, maybe a little bit of my C.S. Lewis reading. I got some other books coming in today, so I'm going to get those picked up. I hope I even have time to get through those before classes start. I'm starting to feel less pressure in that regard as far as reading and preparing. I think I'm pretty well read and pretty well prepared as far as I know. About as good as I can be. So I kind of got to start to settle into being comfortable with where I've got to in that regard. And then we'll see where the day takes us. I'm going to try to do a lot more packing. I may even do another trip. Or not another trip, my first trip over to the storage unit, so I get some footage there so you guys can see how that's going. And it's going to be a busy day today. We're going to be flat out. We're getting kind of a late start. I just finished feeding Lucas and getting him ready. He's about to go down for his nap, so now I can start focusing on my stuff. And we'll see where we get to. All right, so we're going down to the front office. See if my books I've got here. Man, today has been absolutely crazy. I don't know if you saw earlier, if you follow me on Facebook, I finally got my flight booked, I got my hotel booked, and that was been kind of a crazy adventure. I was working on my visa, and they didn't know when I'm gonna be there and where I'm staying. And so I realized that I can't get into my apartment over there until the 27th because they're doing some construction. They're doing some, I think, electrical work. So I can't even get into my apartment until the 27th. And so I'm like, man, I think I need to be in a hotel room when I first get there, but I didn't have one booked. But in order to get a hotel booked, I really need to know when I'm going to be arriving because a lot of flights from the U.S. to London, which is where I have to fly into, you fly overnight. So I wasn't sure if I was going to get there, like leave early Saturday morning, get there late Saturday night, or leave on Saturday, get there Sunday. So I had to book a flight. Then I had to book a flight. Then you got to book a train to get from London to Oxford. Then I had to book my hotel just to get my dates so I can apply for my visa. So I've been working on that all day. That's been kind of a madness. I keep wanting to use this term, balls to the wall, and a lot of people will think that that's a kind of a bad term to use. But it from what I understand, it's a flight term. A lot of the the throttle on a plane has little balls on top. Those balls to the wall. It's the balls of the throttle pushed all the way forward to the wall. A lot of terms like that come from the whole 9 yards. When I understand back in the day when they had the dog fights and things, the planes had 27 feet of ammunition. So that their bullets would come in these long belts and they'd be 27 feet long. That's 9 yards. So they would say, you know what, I gave them the whole 9 yards because they would come back and they'd be completely out of ammunition. A lot of people don't know that watches started with pilots and aviation. Back then all they had were pocket watches, and that doesn't really work when you're in an airplane. So they would take their pocket watch, attach it to a piece of leather, attach it to the wrist, and they'd have a wristwatch. And people saw that and like, man, that's so cool, I want to do that same thing. Same thing I think with sunglasses. Sunglasses kind of started with them, the big sunglasses are called aviators, which are pilots obviously. So a lot of stuff comes from pilots. So that's how we are today. Crystal and I are flat out, balls to the wall, right? We're going full speed. We have a lot of things to do. So stick in there with us. I got a few errands to run. I'm gonna go get these books. Hopefully they're downstairs. We'll see what we get. So we're down to the front office, and as you can see, it says welcome, come on in. But no one's here. So I was finally able to get into the office. Packages have not arrived yet. They don't take a while to get here. I don't know why. And got to run out and run some errands. When I get back, got to get to my studying and try to get that knocked out as best I can today. And then we are going to need to do some packing. I want to try to get over to the storage unit and put some boxes away today, but we'll see if we get to that. It's going to be kind of a long day. Alright, so I know this is a little bit of a weird angle, but we got home tonight from the store, and look what finally arrived. So I guess they just didn't get the delivery during the day, and I just drop it off at my doorstep. So let's see what we got here. It's like package inception here. Package in a package. Oh, so this was not the one I was expecting to get today. Probably slide right out. I did not realize this was a hardback. I thought it was one of those ones that has like, they look like hardback, but they're really just kind of flimsy. Anyway. Handbook to the History of Christianity. So this is one off the Wycliffe Hall recommended reading list. And probably not going to be able to read through all of this before, clocking in at right around 500 and something pages. So I'll probably just kind of skim through it, read through it, pick some errors I'm not too familiar with, and read that. So didn't quite get the visa applied for today, like I said earlier. I had to apply for my flight, my hotel room. We got all that squared away. I had some questions about the visa I had to reach out to Oxford for, so I got to wait to hear back from them. Unfortunately, that's not going to be until Monday, so I could probably I was able to save my progress, and I could get back into that on Monday. And not a lot of packing done tonight, but there'll be a lot done tomorrow. My first trip will be done tomorrow for sure, because I have somebody I know who has a dolly. I'll be borrowing that tomorrow, and then get that's Lucas, and then we're gonna get all that loaded up and over there. A lot to do, counting down. It's going to be kind of a mad dash here towards the end, but that's where we're going to end this video. Like I always say, thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment, a note of encouragement down in the comments if you like. And you can find us at mypursuitoftruth.com or patreon.com/pursuitoftruth. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.